Welcome to Pillar 1. Now, Pillar 1 is going to cover entering the Xverse, also known as the unknown pillar. Now, this is just going to be an overview of this pillar and what you can expect to get from it, the expectations and problems that you might occur, and the objectives of this pillar. So we're going to start with the overview, and we're going to start by defining what is an unknown individual. An unknown individual, in the context of online personal branding, is someone who is relatively new to the world of digital presence, or is yet to establish a significant footprint or reputation in their niche or domain. So they might be fresh graduate entering the world of branding, someone pivoting careers, or even a seasoned professional who hasn't yet translated their offline reputation into an online persona. So whether they come with prior experience in their field or not, their online visibility, reach, and influence are minimal at this stage. And it doesn't mean that the person is necessarily starting from the bottom, it just means that their skill level does not yet match that of their online presence. So let's have a look at some expectations. So some expectations that you will be having at this part of your journey. So limited reach. So your posts, content, or your opinions that you share may receive little to no engagement. There's a big learning curve, so there's going to be a need to understand the nuances of different online platforms, branding strategies, and audience preferences. Trial and error. Initial strategies might not work immediately, and adjustments are going to be essential and pivotal for the progression of your online presence. Building from scratch. So one would have to initiate and nurture connections, create fresh content, and start dialogues without the advantage of an existing audience. And slow growth. Obviously, probably the biggest point, slow growth. Momentum is often slower in the beginning, but consistency, providing you show up every single day, will pay off, and then you will transcend to personal brand, authority, etc., etc. Now let's look at some main problems you're going to have. So lack of visibility is going to be the biggest one. Being a new entrant in the digital space means competing with established voices. Now that means people who are already above you and people who are trying to do the same thing as you. Overwhelm. There's a plethora of platforms and branding strategies. They're going to be confusing. That's why we created this masterclass, so you know the exact steps to take to progress. Finding authenticity. Balancing between what the audience wants and one's genuine voice, it can be challenging. So we're going to help you do that as well. Limited resources. Without an established brand, it's obviously going to be difficult to access resources, collab with other people, or different platforms, such as things like the ad revenue sharing feature, or Twitter Blue, or X, or whatever it's called. I think it's still called Twitter Blue. You need a certain amount of establishment to get those sort of resources yet. And the last one is consistency. So maintaining a regular online presence while seeing minimal immediate results. Okay, now let's look at some objectives. So these are the objectives that you're going to have at this stage. So number one, you want to discover your niche. So you want to find a specialization or topic you're passionate about and then knowledgeable in too. Consistent content. On a daily basis, you've got to follow the content strategy that will help you create. Engage and network. Actively comment, share, and engage with industry leaders and with your audience. Seek feedback. So engage with mentors or peers to get feedback from your online persona and make necessary tweaks. You will make friends along the way. You'll be friends with maybe accounts bigger than you or accounts on your level, accounts smaller than you. You've got to get feedback because you can't do it alone. Collab. So guest posts, podcast interviews, or joint ventures that can boost your visibility as well. You can't do it on your own. And continuous learning. So stay updated in your domain, attend webinars, take courses, and keep refining your online strategy. Those are going to be your objectives to progress into a personal brand. Now, how long is it going to take you to progress? The duration of time that you spend in the unknown stage will vary widely based on factors such as the consistency and the quality of effort. So if you consistently put out quality content and engage authentically, then you're going to move faster. Niche selection. So some niches are more saturated than others, which can also impact your visibility. Leveraging resources, so using tools, workshops, or hiring consultants can expedite your growth. And there's external factors too, like market demands, global events, trends, algorithm changes, stuff like that. So on average, with a consistent effort, you can expect to move from the unknown to a personal brand stage in a few months. It doesn't take years to do. It takes a few years to master, but it doesn't take years to move. So I'd say a few months with consistent hard work. This is a general estimate and can vary widely because of there's so many variables.